what could have possibly been done, if anything, or was the revolution doomed to fail from day one?
If you want to ask that question to anybody in particular?
I think Nadia mentioned this point specifically, the fact that Mubarak never actually fell. He was just put aside by the military. So maybe you can address this point that you mentioned. And also,
the lady on the left in front of the light. No. Well, that's fine too. We go to her.
I just want to touch on a point that Dr. Azan mentioned, and she said that the UK has again initiated arms sales with Egypt, and they're almost like sidekicking the army. And I was wondering, what can we do as British citizens to sort of stand against this, or in general to sort of make this point across that we don't support this. I mean, other than like writing, or there must be something else that we could do.
Thank you. That's a very fascinating question. Take it back a bit, maybe to the gentleman in the inside. The lady sticking up her hand.
I had a really simple question. I see it's simple, however, it's too complicated. What's happening in Egypt now is the people are divided into two. And as we can see, even families are divided now regarding is it a coup or it's actually a revolution. However, I don't see what is the way forward. I imagine it is we need a miracle to happen, or what is the way forward, and what's our role at the moment to do to get Egypt to a better situation? And probably my question is probably to Mahaza.
She's already had two questions.
Okay.
What is the way forward? And a couple more. Two more. Go step a couple of yards back, and on the left I can see quite a few hands. Yeah.
That?
Oh, you're right now.
My name is Dr. Shenouda Shalabi. I'm Christian from Egypt. My question, okay, to the chap from the US, okay, you are saying that the US policy and government changed according to their own interests. I would like to ask you, probably you know, who has orchestrated and has supported Khomeini to go back to Iran? Who has made Bin Laden to go to Afghanistan? Who has killed Sadat and made it the person who killed him, Omar Abdurrahman, flee to the US and orchestrating the first World Trade Center bombing? Who is doing all that? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, now the West are playing with the extremists. They are using them. They are playing with fire, and they burn their hand. Okay, and they don't learn. Okay, my question to the presenter or moderator: who was paying you? Because the four persons who are on the stage represent one view, only one view. Okay. In Woolwich here, we had a soldier murdered and killed, butchered. By who? By extremists. Are we promoting extremists? Okay, we are talking now. The Muslim Brotherhood has been in Egypt doing everything to un-Christian. Not you are in the US, you are in the UK. You are having your own right as a woman, as Muslim, as anybody. In Egypt, you won't.
Excuse me, sir, what is your question?
My question: who is behind all of that? Who is behind all of that?
Who is behind all of that?
Okay?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And the gentleman behind you.
Right, thank you. My name is John Hunter. What I want to know is the Coptic Christians are about 10% of Egypt. I'm wondering what the panel could comment about their position before the coup and after the coup, and what's their attitude towards Morsi and the coup.
Is anybody you want to throw that question towards?
I think it should be asked to the Coptic Christian. Shouldn't be asked to someone who is biased.
The fellow there on the hand up there. Okay, the grey jumper or grey jacket.
I have a brief question for the panel. The forthcoming election in Egypt, do the panel think that it will be good for Egypt? I am also concerned about Palestine. Will the forthcoming election be good for Palestine? I am both concerned about Egypt and Palestine. What do the panel think?
That's fantastic. Now we're going to take it back to the panel. Since you were first, you've got a couple of questions at least.